What's up guys, welcome to this video, and today I wanted to talk about Loren, her new vision upgrade, and what it means for global. So I want to get this out here. I want to show you guys what she's like on the JP side, just to give you rotations, you know, kind of a thing like that going on. So with that being said, we're going to talk about Loren and what you should do with her and how you should build her, how you should do her rotation. We're going to go in depth in that for sure. But in this video, really only going to be talking about bringing her as a solo damage, not a solo damage dealer, but like not bringing a dupe chainer. Dupe chainer, probably do about the same thing, but we're going to talk about situations where you would not want to put a dupe chainer in and things like that. So moving on. Here we are with our team. We got Loren, we've got a DPS that's not a traditional DPS, we got also Madam, you know, stuff like that, and you can ignore the other two. They're just there just because this is actually my Brave Metal farming team, but I don't have any slots available to, you know, make something like this. So overall, with all that nonsense out of the way, we're going to talk about Loren. So her normal form is really just a setup for a Brave Shift form. And even if you're bringing her as a solo, like just bringing her as the breaker, because I mean, I forgot about this. I forgot that she actually does have breaks in her Brave Shift form with her ability here that I apparently didn't level. But this is decent. You can use this in her other form. But really this is just setting up so you're not going to be doing any elemental damage unless you have someone who can imbue, which we'll be doing here, but normally you would imbue her by herself. So this right here is a dispel, like a perfect dispel, like what Lon has, but it's on a finishing move. So you could do that. Usually, just it doesn't really matter that much. You can take advantage of that, but for me, it doesn't matter. And this one here is actually a lot better because this actually recasts. Even if she's in her Brave Shift form and she's doing DPS, this will still recast. So this is a recastable break, 85% full break, as you can see there. So if you do this, she'll recast this next turn, you'll see that. And this is a very important move, even if you're doing non-elemental damage, you want to go ahead and do this because it gives her a mod buff. This much mod buff. So, I don't know how, like 25 times I think. It's very strong, very strong. In this situation, of course, we'll be using Finzi to imbue us with a light, but normally she would be doing like thunder, or like lightning or wind elemental imbue, but for Gabranth we need to do that. So let's just say we're doing a trial. Gabranth is physical covering, this is not needed, and my DPS is getting all set up as well. That's imbuing. We don't want to do that. We want the attack, and we want this, and you know, like all that good stuff, and this, you know, all that good stuff. And then we have our unit here, all that good stuff. So we got that going on. And now on the next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and shift over, and to get 130% in perils, you need to use this move right here, the attack buff. On the next turn, she'll get 130% wind and also lightning and peril. These ones are being used to imbue. These two right here. They will imbue those elements. You can also use this, but only lasts for one turn. You can use this for those imperils. I didn't know she had light imperil. I didn't even notice that. She can't imbue light, but hey, for this situation, actually that's not too bad, huh? And this is her main move. This is the main mod that is the highest in the game, and it'll be the highest in the game for a long time for you guys. So this is the highest modifier you can possibly get, 100 times mod plus. The Lilith Burst here also gives modifier buffs, but that 25 times you're getting from the other form is transitioning over into this move. Yeah, there's some other moves that it does, but this is the most important. And yeah. So this is probably what you would want to do if you're using dupes, is to do this, imbue, and this, or you could do this, but it really doesn't matter too much. You can also use these to get to 120%. However you feel like doing about it. This is the most important one though. You want to do this first, and this is also a finishing move. I think you can cap with it. I've done it before, so you can do that. So yeah, we don't need to imbue this time though, because we're already imbued with light. But this would be good, nice to do that. So now the boss is imperiled by light, and we're imbued with light, so it's all good, right? So next turn we'll be able to chain with 3 people. My breaker, my DPS, and my tank are able to all chain together. So isn't that great? This is less about, oh my god, I'm fighting like the hardest trials or something. We all know that this team would set up, well obviously not all of this team, like Rosa probably wouldn't be here for a normal team setup. Obviously I would have another DPS here, but it's gonna be a little hard to chain. I guess I should show you. These are what unlock 130% peril that lasts for 3 turns instead of 1 turn. So you want to go ahead and use these when you're actually taking this seriously, and you want to use those elements. You want to get those. You want to do those. Those will increase your damage by a lot. But for this situation, of course, we don't care about that too much. And now, as you can see here, you can chain with all 3 of our allies here. 4. On the JB side it's a little easier, but on the global side, probably on a phone, might be a little hard to chain 4 people at the same time. Macro would be nice, but and that was actually pretty good. I actually did pretty well on that. I'm surprised. So as you can see there, that's pretty good. This is only scraping. This is only like the tip of the iceberg, guys. This is only like the very basic things of what she can do. She stays in her brave shift form permanently. There's really no reason to go back unless you want to go back to being a main breaker. But she can still do breaks in a brave shift form, like I said, and she can be a finisher, like I said, as well with this move. You can use it twice. I've used it before many times. And you want to keep that Luna Burst if you're dupe chaining, of course. If you're just using her as a breaker as a solo like this, I don't even know if it's worth using her Luna Burst, because it's just not going to chain with anybody. You're just kind of like doing it just to do it. Sure, you'll get a lot more mod boost, but I think it's just better just to not do it. As good as it is, it gives 15 times mod boost. Maybe that's worth it to you. To me, I don't think it's worth it if I just don't have a dupe. If I'm dupe chaining, yeah, of course, that'd be worth it. But if you're not dupe chaining, I don't know if it's worth it particularly. So with that being said, she has so many good things about her. So I just wanted to get that video out for you guys. I want to show you how good she can be, and yeah, so she's very versatile. This will be a very similar video what I'm doing with Locke, by the way, team synergy video. So honestly, guys, at this point, I don't think anything would be able to stand up to this trial or this team, besides maybe like Omega Weapon. Probably, I think Omega Weapon probably the only one thing that this team would not be able to kill that quickly. Anything else, I'm pretty sure this would be super easy to take care of. So we can swap back over if we want to, like this. And honestly, a lot of her older moves, anything above this line, this is still worth it, because this gives 20% LB fill rate to all allies. But that's really all I use it for. The 70% full break is not worth it anymore. But I still use this for the 200% LB fill rate on the first turn sometimes. Anything here, basically, like carve this out like this. Anything up here is not worth it. They're super low mods. Sure, they get mod buffs and things like that, but is it really worth it? No, it is not. So just pretend pretty much anything up there does not exist. Just look at this stuff down here instead. This is the good stuff, guys. This is the good stuff. And if this were a normal boss, you'd be able to see that it'd be broken again because of her cooldown. So all in all, very, very powerful unit. I'm glad I was able to get that out to you guys before the main starts even. Permanent triple cast, like I mentioned, The reason why I don't mention it in a lot of my videos anymore, like my reviews, is because pretty much all Neo Vision units have triple cast at this point. That's permanent. There are very few exceptions, like Eileen, who has not even doesn't have dual cast in her normal form, so that's a bit of a yikes. But there's very few cases where they don't have those things. Gabrantha is also another example where he has triple cast at the start of the turn on his other form, but doesn't have it. I think he has to unlock it. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, this is not about Gabrantha. This is about Loren. And if you guys have a bunch of her, you're all set. But she definitely is very, very strong. Now, some people might say, is she better than Vaughn? That's up to you. Do you have a provoker or a dodge provoker on your team instead that you would want to use instead? Because Vaughn does do a lot of other things too. He covers a lot of roles as well. So that's really up to you and your preference. I still prefer Vaughn in a lot of cases, but Loren is still very, very good, and she's more accessible and global than on JP. On the JP side, she was obviously a paid unit, so she was basically put out without a banner, of course, because she's only able to be gotten if you buy Lapis. She was more like a thank you to the players that supported the game. And I'm looking forward to Carla, and I'm also looking forward to Medina eventually becoming Neo Vision as well. With that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about this video. If you have any more questions about Loren, by the way, this is a lazy build. Don't judge me. I put all this stuff together just very quickly for you guys. This is not the best build of all time. This is just lazy. This is me being lazy, and she can get way more stats than this. This is super laziness. So let me know what you guys think. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, make sure to type in #synergy. #synergy will be the keyword. Thank you guys for watching. Loren is great. Make sure to tune in for my review where I review her in full. This is not really a review. This is more like telling you guys how good she can be in terms of just practical application, not being able to not have to have a dupe. Dupes may become a thing of the past because they're really starting to put into a lot of units that can just chain and they're off turns and stuff like that. So dupe chaining, of course, will still be probably prime time, but they're really trying to make a meta where it's like more synergy based, team synergy based. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching again. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.